Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
What up? Oh, for sure. Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began.
Finish making sense.
the voice inside your head that you refuse to hear. I'm the face that you have to face, mirror in your stare. I'm what's left, I'm what's right, I'm the enemy. I'm the hand that will take you down, bring you to your knees. So ho, I-oh, yeah ho, I-oh, yeah ho, I-oh. Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one? Your friends gonna pretend.
I don't care if you're stupid or if you go berserk. I don't care who's got rhythm or who just likes to twerk. I don't care if you're witty, I just care if you're a jerk. I'll imagine you've got boogers and just try to use big words. I really don't really mind. I don't care just as long as you're kind. I don't care if your crater is in Cleveland or France. I don't care if you mumble or eat chocolate-covered ants. I don't care if you eat bats. I don't care what's on YouTube. I don't care about your channel, even if it's on BitChute. Yours stings just like this one of mine. I don't care just as long as you're kind. I don't care if you're a Christian or a Muslim or Jew. I don't care if you have COVID or if your tongue is orange. If you like vaccinations, that's no skin off me. Don't ask me if I got mine, please just let me be. Your persuasions are no consequence to me. I don't care, just be kind and be sweet. I don't care if you're a truther, I don't care if you're just nuts. I don't care if the earth is round or shaped like a donut. You don't have to love me, you don't have to kiss my hand. If you're genuinely friendly, then you're my kind of man. It's a pleasure to be in your company. 'Cause you're kind, and that's good enough for me. It's a pleasure to be in your company. 'Cause you're kind, and that's good enough for me.
Now broadcasting from a super secret command center hidden away in the spare bedroom of a small apartment in Island Park, New York. You've once again made contact with your leader, Commander Lou Fiore.
It was a teenage wedding and the Lord God wished them well. You can see that young Adam did truly love his mademoiselle. But Lilith didn't like it when Adam told her what she should do. C'est la vie, c'est the old one. It goes to show you never can tell. So she said her daddy's name and was cast beyond the garden walls. She meets Lucifer there, they hook up, and then she fell in love. But that old serpent cheated, and that really pissed Lilith off. C'est la vie, say the old ones, it goes to show you never can tell. In the meantime, Adam and Eve, they get kicked out too. And sent into the cradle with the creatures in the fallen angel zoo. And from the Saturn cube, Lucifer has to run this whole world. C'est la vie, say the old ones, it goes to show you never can tell. So the three creations were trying just to get along. But when Lucifer didn't say I'm sorry, that's when things went wrong. Now Lilith takes over women and seduces men. C'est la vie, say the old ones, it goes to show you never can tell. coffin. Bugs, birds, fish, humans, and reptilians. And because of these two idiots, it seems that we will never get out. C'est la vie, say the old ones. It goes to show you never can tell.
Good morning. No, enough of me. What's up, guys? Commander Lou here. Are you ready to be conspiratained? I don't know how entertaining today's going to be. It's a very, very... The commander was under attack. I was under attack. But it's not missiles, you know? It's not missiles. Bombs. It's not even the police. Just get under attack. When you put yourself out there, man, you get under attack. What's up? Infinite Plane Radio. Good to see you. Tim Osmond.
A little fine penguin action.
He's putting together this conspiratainment radio network. Doing an awesome job out there. Recruiting hosts. 24/7 live streams. We're like CNN. But we're CRN. Happy to be part of the team. Let me conspiratain you. Let me, and the rest of it. Portal Complex, good to see you, brother.
No.
JT33 out with a new track. Check his channel out. I'm going to mention the Ukraine on today, but hopefully Friday going to really dive into the Ukrainian nonsense. We're being played again. Marcel Ploger, good to see you, official chef, Global Federation of Creators. Pamela Panabeka.
Well, anyone seeing you in that outfit, Moneypenny, would most certainly be discouraged from leaving the country.
Absolutely. What's up, baby? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm victorious once again. Shed the snake skin. Shed the snake skin. What's up, Papu?
No.
Winston, it's good to see you, man. Long time. Osher?
No.
Osher, we don't just hand out wrenches here. You go to Tim, say, if Tim wrenches you up. We don't do that here. I got to pay attention. I need to know who's a wrench, who's not a wrench. Wrenches have positions of responsibility here at Creator Earth USA. Truman B, good to see you.
No.
Tell a shop business, staged or fake. Who cares? Don't throw a topic. I spend all morning getting ready for the topics, all night. I got what I'm going to talk about. Truman. Come and work for the channel, and then we can talk about post-production. Come to my post-production meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Jeez. What's up, Jenna? See you, baby. Lieutenant Adam Baum was here. Just listening on the road. Linda Curtis. Hello, Linda. Well, Osher said that. Marcel is welcoming everybody here. Yeah. Check out GT's channel, World War III. Cool edit. Really good edit. And he's a very talented musician as well. And a vocalist. And an actor. What's up, Clockwork?
No.
Come in here. What do you think? I got 17 people in the chat, Truman. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Let's go. Here's the rabbit hole. Let's throw some breadcrumbs out. So we Hansel and Gretel them. But don't forget to pee on them. Up late last night, Salty? I don't know what to tell you. I'm up all the time. Up and down. Who knows? So I played that cover, History of the World. So we're going to talk about the female opposition, the Sirens. You hear those sirens? I saw a video about the Ukraine. And the streets were empty. The streets were empty. Near one of the Capitol buildings or something. I don't know what it is. Some ancient structure. Some impossible architecture. And it's just droning in the background, the sirens. The bombs are dropping. I don't think the people in Ukraine understand that Hollywood waved their magic wand and invaded their country. They're not invaded by Putin. They're invaded by a dog wagging its tail. If there's an invasion going on and bombs going off, believe me, they were said it's very well orchestrated, choreographed explosives, probably blowing up some buildings that were scheduled for demolition anyway. Collateral damage, what are you going to do? It's war. What's up by Eric from Ancient of Days, Messianic Molder. His channel taking off over there. Really good stuff. Check them out, Ancient of Days. JT and Ancient of Days channels to watch on my homepage. Oh, I got to add Tim's ever-changing YouTube channels to ads. I can't even bother. His views are up on Eric's channel. Tell you, he's making a difference, you know. But yeah, so Sirens. We got one of the Sirens right behind my house here in lovely Island Park, New York, Long Island, New York. And the sirens go off. And what's a siren? You know? It's just hypnotizing me, looking at the empty streets of Kiev. The sirens go off. Are men being hypnotized? You know what I'm saying? Men being hypnotized? Are we all under the spell? Not you, salty siren. We know you're on the good side. But you never know. Gotta be careful. What's up, Jordan? See ya. Welcome to today's live stream. Spiritatainment Radio Network. I'm laughing at all of this because they keep trying to suck us back in. They just totally dropped. Did you see El Presidente Biden, whatever the frig that is, or the new actor playing Biden, showing up for the State of the Union address with the two reptiles barely able to hold their tongue, keep their tongues in their mouths, sitting up there behind them. And all the Republicans in the chamber, just looking at the Republicans in the chamber, they don't look like politicians that lost a fight. You know, they don't look like, they don't have their president in. You know, it's not a Republican president. We're dealing. All right, we got to sit through a State of the Union address with a Democratic president. Well, the Republicans annoyed. They looked like captives. They looked they looked like they have been sucked completely dry of their opposition. It's been sucked out of them. They look like prisoners that are made to watch the evil, maniacal Dr. Evil take over the world. I'm not kidding. And it's all a production, because we know the true leaders of this realm are all tucked away behind their electrified fences, going in and out of their fortresses using helicopters. They own everything. They own the banks. They own the money. They own the farmers. Some of the things that Biden said during that presidential address yesterday. If this was real, this world we're in now was real, he would have been shot by the pharmaceutical industry. I'm thinking about watching the whole hour and a half, which would probably take about 3 hours with you guys, just so we could react together. I may do that. If I'm motivated tonight, I may just come on late. Like 9 o'clock, 9:30, just play the State of the Union address and just talk about it the whole time. There are things in there, if you don't think that these monsters are cloaked reptilian serpentine entities. I could show you. And if you think the representative from the Ukraine waving her little blue and yellow flag up there sitting next to the first lady is it someone they plucked off the streets of Kiev or whatever, who knows where they got someone from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, go up to Brooklyn and get me one of those Ukrainians. Give me an older prostitute. It's not working anymore. Bring her down here give her that flag. Kamala Lama Ding Dong. Kamala. It's Kamala. It's Kamala Harris. That's the way you pronounce it. I'm sick and tired of being told how to pronounce your names. Kamala. Kamala, my ass. You're Kamala. Pamela? You're Kamala. So what, I gotta call every Pamela I ever met Pamela? I don't mean to yell. Yeah, what's this? All of a sudden, Switzerland is all of a sudden bringing down its wrath on Putin? Come on. Folks, I know it looks real, but, there are enough videos on Twitter or all over. God knows what you guys watch. I stick to the main few. I can't get into Discord, Telegram. Forget it. I don't know what I'd see. I feel like if I go in, I went into Discord, I almost never got back out. I was in all these rooms. People just posting like it's like some kind of friggin' like a crazy house conspiracy. Everybody's talking the same. And what is the very name of the platform is Discord. I mean, I get it. It's good for you young people. But for me, I went in there, I'm like, what is this room? What is that room? Clicked on this room, and then I get a message saying we can hear you in that other room. Apparently, I turned my mic on in one room, and then went to this other room. I don't even know what I'm doing in there. I was afraid to get undressed in my own house. Discord. And Telegram? I don't know. I can't. But anyway, God knows what you guys see. What I see is, this photograph of this bombing, or this video of this bomb, right, was used in a news report 7 years ago. Same one. And I get they use stock footage, and they are, by law, allowed to influence the propaganda. It's legal in this country. Obama, thank you, President Barack Hussein. Obama, that's when I checked out. That's when I truly 100% checked out of politics entirely. It was when we elected a president who's half white, half black, and called him black. And then he changes our healthcare system to something that he was lamenting that, my mother was diagnosed with cancer, and all the forms that I fill out, it was taxing. It was so difficult, we want to change all that. This thing that they put out there is worse than anything I've ever seen. Trying to get Obamacare. And we just, okay, this is what we're doing now. This is where we get our health care so we can go to the doctor every time. You get a tickle, a twinge, a pinch, a pain. Well, with this whole thing going on, I haven't been to the doctor in years. And I've had all the symptoms that I've had my entire life that sent me running to the physicians. Please help me with your pharmacia. Doctor, Your Highness. Haven't they elevated the medical field? Aren't they the new cops? They're the new They're the leaders. The CDC issued this statement, mask on. Mask off. Thank you, almighty CDC, for freeing us from the mask. Thank you. Thank you. You are so kind, Master Center for Disease Control. Now you don't have to worry about C-19 anymore. You can go back to battling the evil, destructive disease known as embryo. That's the biggest. That's actually covered by the CDC, by the way. Abortion is covered by the CDC, Center for Disease Control. An unwanted pregnancy is a tumor to the CDC, so they can go back to protecting us from that. Because heaven's empty of souls, so they're going to be allowing the right wing to win a few here. The conservative right wing, the Bible Belt, going to win a few here. They're gonna ban abortions again here and there. You've already seen it. I predicted it. So when heaven's empty, they're gonna back off the abortion thing. They don't need the souls. They don't need. Well, it's not the soul itself. It's actually the container. Babies, more babies born, more containers for more souls. So now they can let them be born because there are no more souls coming to this place. We're in the age of Aquarius. It's done. Done, finished, signed, sealed, delivered, beast system. And you are in it. You may not be of it, but you are in it. So what are they doing? What are they doing? They've taken over the entire world. They've installed a global government right under your noses. Patriots! And yeah, you could do some things here and there, protect your... Well, do what I did. This is my country. Where my butt is right now is the country of Lou. It is the United States Federation of Creators, and it's my country. I am the commander. I'm invincible. I'm brave. I'm courageous. I'm masculine. Even when I'm a little feminine, I'm still masculine. And don't you think, ladies, not for 1 second, if you're in the opposing camp, that you can snake and cis your way into this mind for more than a couple of days. And you can get in there and mess around and, it fucks with me. But because I can rebuke evil by just quoting a little scripture. I just got to quote a little scripture. Devil flees. It's amazing. And you know what? The evil came at me last night. One-on-one. Because I'm in the beasts. I'm here. I claim my seat. And I'm going to win. And I'm going to be part of your system. And I'm going to profit from it. I'm going to use your toys. I'm going to build this model railroad in the little bedroom in my apartment. And I'm going to broadcast globally. Oh, he said globally. Yes, globally! Whatever the frig it is. And I'll get 100 views, I'll get 10 views, I'll get 2 views. And if I talk about God Give Lancey, I'll get 3,000 views. Oh, only if I sing his praises. But in the meantime, this is for me. Because I survived this pandemic. And I did not falter, not for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Is God as my witness. I did not falter. And if this thing is just going to fizzle and become diluted, become a thing we're just going to hear about in the background, we got through it without allowing them to coerce us, to force us, to influence us, to frighten us. into allowing them to alter this container. Yeah. We did it! We got through! And they're backing off. Okay, so they're backing off, but what did they do? As soon as they back off, we're right back into this evil Russian dialogue. And folks, you just are falling for it. I'm not talking to people here. But if someone wanders onto my channel, or another unsuspecting member of Team Creator recommends or tells a relative where they're working, and they say, "Go check out the channel I'm working for," I'm speaking to you. Tim in the chat says they didn't get under my skin. Yeah. They can't prick me with a needle. That's for sure. Ain't gonna happen. But I'm gonna talk about Lilith. She got under my skin. That got under my skin. I'm gonna tell you a story in a little bit. And then I'm gonna just go through the Ukraine. We'll touch on the State of the Union address. Background music, by the way, is a mix between some stuff I found on YouTube and YouTube for lo-fi, used for lo-fi background, and Portal Complex sent me some nice cuts, and then he took all the things that I had, because they were high and low, and he mixed them all together, made a nice backing track for my streams. Very grateful, thank you. Rudy and Dogs, hey Rudy.
Nanu.
It's truly a war on human society. They have done their best to smash it, and they think they will control it in their way. No, they know they will. Just look at the faces of the Republicans. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then we're going to touch upon what's really going on in Ukraine. And none of this, there's something going on in the Ukraine. But and I don't know, you see, there's the truth. There's the whole truth. And then there's, like, the half-truths, and then there's everything else. I don't know. So there is something important about the Ukraine that they don't talk about in the mainstream. But it's talked about in all these places that we go to get the real news, the real take on what's going on. It's talked about, you know. Staria thing, the Khazars. God, so much there, Ashkenazis. It's always about the fake ones, the fake Jews, you know? Yeah. So, in the face of evil, quoting scripture, and I didn't have anything. I couldn't think of like a scripture, because I'm not the Christ, you know. And I got to rely on, you know, a dimly lit spirit to ignite the connection to the angels from time to time when needed. But there's a prayer out there that we all can use in the face of evil. It's very simple. And you don't have to be a Christian to use it, although the first Christian is the one who penned it. The Word penned this prayer. And what I found is, when I invoked it to combat the principalities, the powers from the principalities that came to discourage me in the night, I invoked a prayer. And it began, Our Father. It began, Our Father. And you know the prayer. Almost everybody knows the Lord's Prayer. It's how the Messiah told us to pray. Not in the streets. Not with all these gowns and regalia. Quietly. In the closet. Well, closet. That's what we have in our closets. But quietly, on your own, speak. And it began, Our Father. And I thought I would have to say the whole prayer as a mantra. But as soon as I said, Our Father, the evil left. It left. And I can tell you why. I can tell you why. This is very interesting. What a great awareness. Papa Dushima, it's a love bomb. Yeah, it's like that. But listen, it's even deeper than that. So I prayed, right? Almost everybody knows the prayer. But why did they leave when I said, Our Father? I didn't have to go. Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done here as it is there. And on and on. We know the prayer. It's wonderful. It's healing. Give us this day our daily bread. Not 2 buns and a burger from McDonald's. Bread of life. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thy will, not mine, be done forever and ever. Etc. Amen. But I reminded that monster, that parasite, that entity, that it's not just my father, it's their daddy too. Yeah, it's the father of all things. So of course he's gonna flee. It's like if my sister was having a fight with me, busting my balls, and we're coming to blows. We're coming to blows. And I know that Dad said never hit a lady, especially your sister, and I'm ready. And my sister goes, Dad! Shaking in my shoes. Dad's gonna come. Cause a bruise. But that's their father. That's my new prayer for the beast system. So when you hear that evil whispering in your mind, do this, say that, give that up. You don't need that. When you have spent the time sourcing the masculine, whether you've got a gender assignment in a chick body or a gender assignment in a man's body, you access the masculine. And you just have to say, oh. Whisper back. Hey, check out that channel, that New Age channel. Check out that Mother Earth thing. Check out that Goddess channel. Yeah, go in there. The female opposition, the female spirit, the Sophia, it's wisdom. Go get it. The ladies have it automatically because they're chicks with boobs. They got that. Go check them out. I'll just whisper back. Hey. JT wants to know the evil. Anything that makes you doubt. Anything that makes you doubt your commitment to truth. Anything that makes you doubt that if you've accepted your gender assignment as a man, and if you've achieved in this system autonomy, sovereignty, that you can walk into any place on this earth standing strong, unafraid, knowing that you have the power of mighty angels, the Father's love. Mind you, that you can bat. What? JT, what? JT says, what was the evil? And then I get into this whole fired up pep talk. And JT says, I thought it might be gas. Well, that too. It's a different prayer. That's your takeaway, JT. That's your takeaway. Great. Let's talk about Lilith. Some artist renditions. Oh, there's a serpent wrapped around her. This as a relief from Babylon. Thank you, Wiki. The great Isaiah scroll, which contains a reference to the plural Lilith. Why would Isaiah, the prophet who described the Christ, the Messiah, use the word Lilith in plural? Here, incantation bowl. Oh. Incantation to bring Lilith in the system? Serpent, the garden. Adam clutches a child in the presence of who? Oh, the child snatcher. Lilith? Fall of man. The serpent in the Garden of Eden, portrayed as a woman. Lilith. Medieval Hebrew amulet intended to protect a mother and child from Lilith. Ancient amulet to protect a mother and child from Lilith. Sound familiar? Who are you trying to protect your children from, folks? The 600,000 or so that go missing every year? Birth certificates? Social security numbers? And no bodies? And there's a warrior. There's a warrior. And there she is. Whispering. Changing it. Look at that. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? Looks sexy. Looks delicious. Looks like he wants to just... He could just lose himself in her gaze. Look at that look, the longing look. And don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I love the ladies. When I get Christine to look at me like that, I know I'm doing pretty good. But I've been given one. And because I have a position of responsibility in the kingdom, I can only have one. Otherwise, I don't know how many wives. I'd probably beat Solomon. But I can only have one, and it's a good thing because I'm supposed to have none. No place for human intersexual relationships in kingdom work. But we fall, even the wisest of us. We fall because we think this one will be different. Yes! Ladies are like, what's he doing? What is he doing? You have to ask. I don't know if I can help you. Faust and Lilith. Lilith's always naked. Very beautiful and seductive, isn't she? Lady Lilith. Dante. Gabriele Rossetti. Looks a little tranny-ish. Let's read a little bit about Lilith according to the contributors at Wikipedia. It's a demonic figure. In Jewish mythology, this article is about religious figure Lilith. It's a female figure. I should go to the other side. Hello. Alternatively, she was the first wife of Adam. Huh? What? And supposedly the primordial she-demon Lilith is cited as having been banished from the Garden of Eden for not complying and obeying Adam. So, think about this. The woman that we are all descendants of in the flesh, you dig? That you guys, the ladies, the men, whatever created this, created from Adam, got to stay in this place. But Lilith, nah, because she was a created supposedly under the repentant spirit of the Sophia, which left the source and created all this chaos, but later repented. So Sophia becomes the wisdom in the feminine, the positive feminine energy here. That's in repentance as well because of the fall, living under the curse. But like you ladies that can hear this and you don't run away screaming, that's your womankind from the man. And the two reunited in a proper scenario are the most powerful force in this system. A biological man and a biological woman in repentance, attached to holiness, under Father's eyes, his rule, his leadership, his guidance, his will are powerful. But Lilith, she showed up like the serpent. He showed up like Lucifer in the serpent. She was a Satan, just like Lucifer the serpent was a Satan. And she got kicked out because she didn't listen to Adam. Adam tried to assert himself, his masculine energy, and she spoke the name of God and got kicked out of heaven. The name Lilith stems from all those things. The Akkadian word Lilu is related to the Hebrew word Lilith in Isaiah 34, which is thought to be a night bird by some modern scholars. In the ancient Mesopotamian religion, Sumerian, Syria, Babylon, Lilith signifies the spirit of demons, so she cross-populates faiths, don't she? Some Jewish folklore, the alphabet of Sirach, Lilith appears as Adam's first wife. Notice how they have to say it's a satire. She was created at the same time and from the same clay as Adam. The legend of Lilith developed extensively during the Middle Ages. For example, we don't need that, but interpretations of Lilith found later in Jewish materials are plentiful, but little information has survived relating to the Sumerian, the demonic view of this woman. While researchers almost universally agree that a connection exists. So they're connecting the Jewish Lilith to the Akkadian Lilith to the Sumerian Lilith. The term Lilith translate as, surprise, night creature, night monster, night hag, or what? Screech owl. She's a dangerous demon of the night. She is sexually wanton. Have you been on the internet? In this beast system? Have you tried to watch a sitcom with your kids? Huh? Steals babies in the darkness? Why? In the Dead Sea Scrolls, the term first occurs in a list of monsters, the Dead Sea Scroll. She's all over. Bowls, amulets, female demon, and provided first visual depictions of her. Gilgamesh cycle. Translated this. From the epic. It's in there too. But no, we don't talk about this. We don't talk about this, do we? Water spirit, the bird-footed woman, and the burning relief, Lilith, Arslan Tash, in the Hebrew Bible only appears once in a prophecy regarding the fate of Edom. I don't know. While the other 7 turns in the list appear more than once. Right here. Her nobles shall be no more, nor kings be proclaimed there. All her princes are gone. Her castles shall be overgrown with thorns. Her fortresses with thistles and briars. She shall become an abode for jackals and a haunt for ostriches. Who's behind all of this? Who's behind everything? Lucifer. trapped in the Saturn cube. Lilith, walking around hunting since the beginning of time. Do not ignore her. What does she look like today? Remember Sirens? And I was struck by my experience over the last few days. I was moved by the experience I've had just trying to get a guest to come on the channel. Rudy's going to sleep over there, wherever he is. He's hoping Lilith might come and visit. Of course you do. We all do. Whenever we want the companionship of a lady, we are invoking Lilith. Better get one of those Talmudic bowls out. Crush some herbs and spices and pray some incantations to keep her away. Keep her away. Or you could just invoke the magical prayer, Our Father, because He's our Father too. So the Sirens were dangerous creatures who lured nearby sailors with their enchanting music and singing voices to shipwreck on their islands. These are your mermaids. It can also be said that they can even charm the winds. I wouldn't be surprised. In some later rationalized traditions, the literal geography of the flowery island of blah 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 is surrounded by cliffs and rocks. The Sirens were believed to look like a combination of women and birds. Oh, maybe they aren't the mermaids. In early Greek art, they were represented as birds with large women's heads. Sirens were women from their heads to their navels, and instead of legs, they had fishtails. There's your mermaid. I guess depending on who's telling the story. But could it be everything? We got a list of sirens. So what was this all made up? Was all the imaginations of we monkeys? I don't know. According to Ovid, the Sirens were the companions. Persephone, Demeter gave them wings to search for Persephone when she was abducted by Hades. She's been through a lot. That one. Argonautica, Odyssey. Statues of sirens in a funerary context are tested since the classical era. The Siren of Canossa is a site was said to accompany the dead among grave goods in a burial. She appeared to have some psychopomp. That means the guide of souls, the creature, spirits, angels, or deities in many religions whose responsibility is to escort newly deceased souls from earth to the afterlife. I wouldn't want to follow one of them out of this place. I want to follow the Messiah up through the fiery vagina. What's up, Oki?
The doctor is in.
No. Siren song, an appeal that's hard to resist, but if heeded will lead to a bad conclusion. Later writers implied the sirens were cannibals. Christian beliefs, pagan beliefs, they discouraged the belief in literal sirens, discouraged it when paganism was overtaken by Christianity, and then paganism took over Christianity again. The book of Isaiah, jackals. The book of Jeremiah, owls. Middle Ages, modern sirens, and then you've got the mermaids in the movies. So is Lilith still out there? Let's see, 2 Samuel. So here, you got the spirit of Lilith influencing outcomes And when you have warriors, free countries, free people, liberty, justice, fear of the Almighty God, resistance to the demonic, standing in the face of a Satan, invoking prayer, standing in the midst of the chaos with the power that only comes from knowing that we only fear one thing, and that is the Father. And we stand up and we survive it. But in spite of that, we still are surrounded by it. So what is Lilith doing here? What is she doing in this? What has she been doing? She's influencing it all. Now, I don't know if she does it all on her own. I don't know if she recruits other demonic entities. Well, all these emotions, these negative emotions, the 7 deadly sins, for instance, could they all be a component of Lilith? Of course they are. Is Lilith the same creation as the serpent in the garden? The Satan serpent? Or is Lilith and the Satan serpent in the garden the manifestation of Lucifer's Adam and Eve? Well, Lilith fell in love with Lucifer. Somewhere in all this writing. But he wasn't interested in just having one. She went nuts. So you've got a supernatural, super powerful, able to migrate into some kind of a flesh existence, able to break through the dimension, if you will, and inhabit a creature here, perhaps as will. Now, Oki, don't do that. You don't know that. I don't even... Stop it. You don't know that. I didn't say she was with Lucifer. I said she was rebuked by Lucifer. So here's some times in the scriptures, right? David and Bathsheba. So what did David's buddy, his general, Uriah, right? Most coveted general, most loyal to him in the battle against his enemies, sworn enemies. A lot of commotion going on there around David, trying to bring him down, remove him as a king. So what happens to David? Comes to pass in the evening, he got off his bed and he walked upon the roof, the king's house, and from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon, and David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, "That's not Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah?" And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her. For she was purified from her uncleanliness. And she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, "I am with child." So he's now the father of a bastard child in Bathsheba, who's married to his general. Now what to do? So what does David do? I'll shorten it for you. David arranges Uriah's death. Because he tried to get Uriah to come back from the front, the battlefield, to sleep with his wife so they could just say that, he came back from the field, slept with his wife, it's his kid. You know? But Uriah wouldn't do that. Wouldn't abandon his post because he loved David. Best friends. Friends. Remember Friends? Friends like these. So what does he do? He arranges for some of the soldiers to let Uriah lead a battle that was not winnable. And he had to bring him back, kill him on the battlefield, and get rid of him. And then once Uriah was dead, she mourned. And when she was done mourning, David sent and fetched her to his house and became his wife. But the thing that David had done displeased the Jehovah God. Displeased the Lord God by his actions. Hey, you got, who else you have? You have Samson, Delilah, betrayed him. Then you've got Solomon, Queen Sheba. Solomon had any woman he wanted. So had favor, God's eyes, had the wisdom in the masculine, solely, the Sophia wisdom in Solomon, the wisest of all the characters in the scriptures. But this Queen Sheba came, and she just gave him an earful of compliments. Earful of compliments. And he had sex with her. But in the new covenant, under the Christ, we learn as men how to battle this female opposition. This unrepentant woman who has been scorned, and the wrath that comes with a scorned woman is not matched by even the wildest beasts. You ladies know. Here's Paul and Thecla. It's an apocryphal story. And Paul could have had his way with Thecla, but he did not. He ministered to her. Lydia in the Bible, Paul, with Lydia, follower of Christ. No sex. Nothing like that. Oh, well, they don't write it, but he probably did. No, he did not. No, he did not. And then Jesus with the ladies all over him, all the time. You want to call him Jesus, Yeshua, that guy? Rebuking one after another. In the Old Testament, the Old Covenant, Lilith seduces, Lilith wins, Lilith changes everything. The female opposition, the Sophia, in the wrong hands. The ability to transcend dimensions. It's crazy, I know, but it's not any crazier than someone walking around thinking we live in a crater. Right, God Give Lampstein? Right, Wim? Right, crater people who like to have them make fun of these ancient beliefs? Verifiable by Scripture? What? So you go and you take a picture of the moon and you discover an amazing discovery. And then you think all of a sudden you're a prophet for the Almighty God, that you can even, the fact that you contemplate trying to figure out the mysteries of the whole world, and then mock someone who believes in Christ, whether they believe the fake Jesus or the real Messiah, whichever one it is, and you make fun of it when you haven't had the same experience, you haven't battled it, have you, Wim? And this last video was outstanding that God Give Lampstein put out. Loved it. Because he only talked about the crater. He stuck to what he knew. And I respected that and I enjoyed it. But think about it. You believe that God came and, the Jehovah God came and lived in one of these flesh suits? Lived a pure life with magical abilities and then gave up his soul at the cross, servant style, in surrender? Really? Didn't call down the army of angels? You're out of your frickin' mind. Well, guess what? You believe we live in a crater. And I do too. But you can't just walk around saying you live in a crater and then make fun of the Christ, because it's ridiculous. So I met this really nice lady. Let me show you her. Her name's Laurel Erica. Let me just show you this here. She's such a sweet lady. Where's the, let me see. The first video, I played it for you guys. I have it on my desktop. I think I might have it on my desktop. Let me see. I played this for you guys here.
So what do I mean by the secret spells of the English language? Well, let me share with you what I call our premier life sentence. And it goes something like this. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn the living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. And this seems perfectly acceptable to most people. However, more people die between 6 and 9 on a Monday morning than any other time of the week. So I do what I call a translation of the English language, and I spell that Trance, with the idea that words cast spells. So when you translate that life sentence, you remember that a wake is a funeral party for the dead. Mourning is the state you're in when you attend a wake. And you would have to be in a weekdays to earn the living, since urns are for the ashes of the dead. We call our jobs undertakings. Job itself is a Hebrew word for persecuted. And what we get at the end of this perverse bargain with life is the weak end of the deal as we become progressively weakened ourselves. And so our most prevalent greeting to each other is hello, the reverse of which is, oh, hell. And at first, I suspected the hands of collusion entangling the language to foster illusion. And I think it's quite true that a culture's theology has a great deal to do with a word's etymology and how it evolves over time to combine incompatible meanings.
Now you see, she's wonderful, isn't she? She's lovely in her appearance, her demeanor. Very sweet, well-spoken. And she's uncovering something we talk about here. She's covering it. The stupid spell-casting monkey language that everybody has to know now to be able to keep each one of us under the thumb of these parasites in this beast system. And she was wonderful and very sweet, so we made an effort to bring her on. I thought, what a great guest this would be. To dialogue with the commander, go back and forth, tell her how happy we are that there's someone out there who has done the research. She's been doing this since the 90s. And since she's a little kid, if you read her bio. How wonderful would it be to have someone like this sweet, kind, genetic, physiology. Anyway, she's a woman. To come and talk to us and banter back and forth with the commander and Bruce from the Ancient of Bruce. You know Bruce. He arranged to put us together, and we had a nice dialogue, and then I'm going to tell you what happened. But I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I'm going to tell you a story about my interaction with Laurel Erica. I think it's going to piss her off, but if she's watching. But my apologies ahead of time, because most of us do not know what we're doing when we are in opposition to holiness. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand this. And I'm going to explain when I come back. Lots of ways to give. Please, during the break, listen to Costa from the Ukraine. And he's going to sing a song called Pretenders. He's great. He gave me permission to use the song. You're going to like it. I'm sure you will. You've heard it before here. And then when I come back, if you want to give, lots of ways to give in the description. If you want to call in, take calls second half, please. Love to have a call if you want to talk about anything that I spoke about in the beginning. Patron, we have a Patreon account. You can become a patron. Any level, you get to come to our monthly, last Friday of the month Zoom meeting. So take a look at the description while we're on the break, and I'll be right back. Okay, take a brief intermission. Peace.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began. Sending your skeletons, their bones go marching in again. They need you buried deep. The secrets that you get are ever ready. Are you ready? I'm finished making sense. Stop letting ignorance that for sale. Oh well, the pages are our friends. We are not permanent. We're temporary, temporary. Same old story. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one? You're fake, you're the pretender. What if I say I would never surrender? What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one? You're fake, you're the pretender. What if I say I would never surrender? I'm the voice inside your head that you refuse to hear. I'm the face that you have to face, mirror in your stare. I'm what's left, I'm what's right, I'm the enemy. I'm the hand that'll take you down, bring you to your knees. So ho, I you, yeah ho, I you, yeah ho, I you. Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one? You're red, you're a pretender. What if I
Now broadcasting from a super secret command center hidden away in the spare bedroom of a small apartment in Island Park, New York. You've once again made contact with your leader, Commander Lou Fiore.
Hello, Wooten. Still there? What's up? Better Wooten. Thirst!
Nanu.
Your name.
Chunky Gubby. What's up, Chunky? So I was approached by a siren. Not a salty siren. Well, I approached her. I took it. Bruce was trying to get me a guest. We reached out to Laurel Arica. I accidentally called her Lauren. She said, without a sense of humor, it's Laurel. Props. It's Laurel. Now, I told you about Jerome, this African-American guy trying to sell me a car once. Kept calling him Jerome. He's like, by the way, Mr. Fiore, my name's Jerome. I'm like, really? Jerome? What the hell is that? There's no such name, Jerome. And he showed me his business card. I thought he was kidding. And he showed me his business card, Jerome Smith, whatever. Like, no, you're not going to do that. Yeah, get your mother and father on the phone right now. And I literally said this to him, Christine as my witness, my lovely wife. You tell your mom and dad your name is Jerome with an M. Because there ain't no such name as Jerome. I have to do that. What? So you can feel superior whenever you were ready in that conversation, salesman? Just correct me with your name. Lauren? Laurel? Doesn't matter. Your name's what I say it is. I'm asking you to come on my show as a guest. Or just laugh about it. Anyway, sweet, lovely lady. She's going to hate this if she watches it. You talk about burning bridges. I am activating a fake nuclear bomb under her bridge. Under the bridge to Laurel, I am in the process of demolishing it. You will not be able to drive over the bridge to Laurel Arica anymore once I'm done. So how, you might ask, was the commander seduced by sweet, dear, kind Miss Wordplay herself, Laurel Arica? Well, I'm going to tell you. So Bruce sets out to get her, and then Bruce is just like, he doesn't even get it. We love him dearly. We're talking about Sir Bruce, Chancellor of the Western European Federation of Creators. Part-time, extremely part-time production manager for Creator of the USA. Has an email dialogue with her. Gets her interest. We're a new channel. You're going to meet the commander. Afraid to let people know that when they come to this channel, they're going to see this. And he doesn't know how to explain it to people. So how he explained it to Laurel, and props to Sir Bruce, because to explain this to someone who's like Laurel, if you were here during the first half, you would have seen her. You'll see her in a moment. It could be hard to explain. But he said, it's like having a child. It's like having a conversation with a child talking to the commander. And immediately after reading that, Bruce was no longer in charge of getting guests. No more. You don't apologize for this guy. Yes, I approach the truth with childlike abandon, but I am a very powerful, formidable man. Do not kid yourself. Any of you. I know the kill shot. I don't care how big you are, how strong you are. I play football with big guys. They can pick me up, toss me around. But I know the soft spots and I bite. I would love to get into a fight with someone who just thinks to... And I've stood in their faces many, many, many times in my life. Not thousands, but enough to know that there's something in my eyes that says this is going to be resolved without violence from the provocateur. This is interesting. A friend of mine noticed it when I was 19. No skills, but I would stand up in situations that should have got me my ass kicked or killed. And nothing ever happened. So I don't know if the demons inside them see the angels behind me, or they see the sheer potential for maniac or maniacal suicidal caution thrown into the wind, homicidal justice. I don't know. Because I just think I would go nuts if I had the opportunity. Hoping someday before I die at 85. I don't remember what part the ladder was. Someone in the chat. Oh, it's not the angels? It's the homicidal maniac living just under? All right, so whatever. Fine. Jordan. So Bruce apologizes for me and got fired. Sort of. I love Bruce. But I can't have you apologize. Come here and have fun. That's all you have to say. Just having fun. Why is he dressed like that? Because he's the commander of his own country, man. That's his uniform. The fuck? Just say it. Screw them if they don't get it. This is my country. Bruce. He's there. But, you know, you don't have to apologize. That's it. Say it. Say what it is. This guy thinks he owns the space where he stands. And he's going to protect it as an army of one. To death, which is the worst army you could fight in a battle. Is someone who will die fighting for sovereign rights. And that's me. So anyway, Bruce has fired me a couple of times too. So let's talk about Laurel. So during so I took over the emails with Laurel. And then I scheduled a meeting and had a conversation. But I'm going to share with you. Because this, honestly, guys, this isn't just me putting on a show like these other channels. This isn't just a show. This is me being accountable. This is what you're watching is my testimony. Yes, I'm putting it. I put it all in into a persona. But this persona, I just didn't wake up one morning and create this persona to go on YouTube with. This thing evolved over years. Not many thousands of years, but over at least 3 years now. If you go to my sister channel, COTLG, and look at some old stuff, and I don't even have the really old stuff up yet anymore. So I wouldn't get strikes and stuff. So I have them all you know, in one of these. Actually, two of them, because one of those died once. I lost so much. And here's where. All right, so I reached out to her, and we started having a conversation. And I emailed her, and I said, "Hi, this is Commander Lou. I'm the guy Bruce has been talking about. You know, want to talk to you. We love that video. We're looking for someone to talk about the spellcasting monkey language, and we would love to have an expert on, and that expert seems to be you. Great news. Let's schedule it." And we scheduled it for today. Now, after that, during our conversation, she asked me, why do I wear the sunglasses? Now, I want you to pay attention, because we're talking about someone who does not know they are in the opposition. Someone who does not know that they are the enemy of a sovereign, masculine, holy man who's had a messianic experience. She has no idea. She thinks she's an empowered woman. She thinks that she has a role here in the beast system, because she thinks the beast system is the only system. And they have no idea what this eternal life that even New Agers like her, Mother Earthers, pagans, I don't know if she's a witch. You can make that determination yourself, or a Wiccan. But certainly anything that isn't connected to the Most High, it has to be considered in one of those subcategories. And any of those subcategories in my world, under, if you'd like to think that I'm delusional, it's my delusion, and I'm entitled to it. That until proven otherwise, you are guilty. So if a female, the first thing I'm feeling when I'm speaking to a female, and I've been in recovery since 1998, and there's an unwritten step. There's 12 steps that are written, and there's an unwritten step. It's men with the men, women with the women. And now you go to a recovery room. I don't care which drug it is, which trait, character defect you're trying to overcome, and you go into a recovery room, you've got men being sponsored by women, women sponsoring men, making up different ways to acknowledge that there's a power greater than themselves, calling God she all the time in the rooms. And it makes, just saying that to me, because I have a body, a shell that has had the Spirit of Christ visit, has had the Spirit of holiness and wisdom visit, has been at the altar of the King, the throne, felt the power of the Most High, has communicated with the angelic, has battled demons, has been infected, influenced, even infused with the demonic, prayed out of me, praying it out of others, healing based upon old, ancient beliefs on how to address the dis-ease in the human body. Anything physical, still demonic. We don't know if Adam was meant to live for all eternity in the flesh. Probably. How cool would that be? Eternal paradise. No worries, no fear, nothing. Just one thing you have to do is defer to our Father. So she asked me about the glasses. And I'm just having a nice conversation, you know. I reached out to her for the call, and let's see. I sent her a text. Now, I knew I was in trouble because of this. I sent her a text, supposed to talk to her at 4 o'clock on Saturday, the 26th. Said, "Hi, Laurel, it's Commander Lou. Just letting you know I'll be calling. Just letting you know I'll be calling around 4:30. my time based on the availability you mentioned in our emails. Hope to connect, Lewis. And then I sent her the video that caught my attention. And she said, hi Lou, I'll be free to speak after 1 p.m. and invite you to call again then. I had to check. Now, to me, siren call. Because immediately, I was like, oh, did I not make myself clear? That I was acknowledging that I knew what time I was supposed to call her based on her availability? Now, guys, this enemy, and I'm not just talking about, the female spirit, whatever. Forget that for a second. Because this is the spirit that has created this beast system. This is the opposition that has allowed us to be controlled in this society, that men have given over to the sweet sound of the siren. And how hypnotic was it to sit and listen to sirens going off in Kiev, and the streets were empty, and no human life was visible, no prosperity, no peace, no community, people that were beat up for 2 years by this bullshit thing that went on, stuck in their homes because they think bombs are going to be dropping from any direction at any time from this horrible person named Putin. Poo in a tin? This can of shit laughing at us. But the sirens go, and here my siren went. Now I see the little things because I'm protected, because I'm aware, because I've connected my flesh with my soul, and it's almost always on high alert. Almost always on high alert. And like I said, in my country, you are guilty until you're proven innocent. That's in my country, in my sovereign nation. I don't care what your legal system is out there. In my country, you're guilty. So Laurel is already guilty because she didn't read and comprehend my email and was so arrogant and self-centered to actually answer a text that she didn't comprehend, and so arrogant that she thought she comprehended it, and told me I'll be free to speak after 1, and then sent me a little rose, but invited me to call again then. I didn't call, I texted to confirm our meeting on the day of. And then while we were talking, she kept sending me. I wanted to say to her, I did. That's what I said, but I called her anyway. And the conversation was lovely. We went right in there. And then she wanted, I told her a little bit about the channel. She's like, "What's the goal?" I said, "I don't know. We just want to have fun. We're stuck in the system." I asked her if she was fooled by this pandemic. She said no. So at least, I was like, okay, I go in with that. I threw out messianic here and there. Not much, just, didn't make fun of it immediately. So I thought, okay, possibilities to be able to be who I am without having a problem. And I'm talking to her because I'm going to interview her live here. And I want to have the dialogue that fits with the brand. This is a brand. I branded my autonomy, and I'm putting it into the B system to earn a living on their whatever currency out of the thousands of currencies there are now. Not going to get any gold out of them, but, keep me entertained, keep me fat, keep me warm in the winter, cold in the summer, and we should be fine. Me and the beast. While I'm here. I don't have to rain down imprecatory prayer on them all the time. Oh, someday I could tell you. Can't do it here, but I could tell you how the Lord has shown me his wrath on my behalf. It's wonderful that I didn't have to do anything. It's a good dad. So in the conversation, she says, I would feel uncomfortable speaking to someone with sunglasses on. First of all, we didn't even work out whether she was going to be on camera or not, which is fine. And I thought it was funny because I get it. But I mentioned to her that during the live stream, the only reason I wear the sunglasses is because I noticed that once I set up my little studio here, and I don't know if you want to see, I don't think I have a picture of it that I could just grab, but give you an idea. You know, so you got the studio. I mean, I'm sitting, there's my mic. I've got a screen up to my right. I got a screen up to my left, and I got my laptop down there at the bottom, right in front of me. It's hooked to a port, so I can move it in and out, so I get edit inside. So if I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking here. If I'm looking at the stream, I'm looking at it there. I'm seeing the chat here, but I'm also watching up here the analytics of the stream, to make sure that it's in excellent condition. I'm not getting copyright strikes. And I also have the chat in a different timing over here. So I'm watching people come, go. I'm seeing the trend of the chat, you know. And then over here, I'm looking at my content so that when I set the screen up and it's display Lou right or left, you know, I'm looking at the screen each way. I'm still looking at what I'm showing you, okay? So how do I do it? See, I'm looking down. And I'm typing on the screen. I'm here, and then I've got my Stream Deck over here. Right? So here's where the siren started to piss me off. First thing, glasses. So I said, all right, well, I said I wear them because if I didn't, because of all the things I have to look at during my stream, because of the way I do it, I'm not just sitting here like Matt in his living room talking to the camera. You know, I'm working a soundboard. There's special effects. You know, there's things I got to do here.
Oh.
Right, you know? Even when I start the stream, you know, I got to hit buttons at a certain time so the desktop audio goes off and the audio from the song. It's fun. I love it. But my eyes, I would look like I have a neurological disorder. But why am I explaining that to some lady I've never heard of? I don't care anything about her. She's very nice, but I'm feeling like I have to explain it. So here I am. Here's a masculine man being backpedaled immediately by an empowered woman. I feel uncomfortable wearing the glasses. If you're wearing the glasses, I'd like to see your eyes. So I'm like, oh, I laughed. I said, I get it. I respect that. I want to see your eyes. If someone tried to talk to me with sunglasses on, and I've done it, I make them take them off. One time I was chatting with some missionaries in a motel. I was traveling with Chris to I forget where we were going this time, but we stayed at a motel, and then in the morning I went down to get us breakfast, and there were a bunch of they could have been Jehovah's Witnesses or something like that, and they were young kids, and I started talking to them. They were young ladies and young men. I'm talking to them, and then their handler came in. And he was wearing dark sunglasses. And he's like, can I help you, sir? And I said, what do you mean, can you help me? And he says, just wondering, you know, what you doing? I said, I'm getting breakfast. I'm talking to these nice kids. And I was complimenting them on their courage to minister their belief in the face of the adversary and the adversaries. I was just giving them a pat on the back. I wasn't even going to proselytize because I don't do that. But I said, and maybe he asked me another question, or maybe it was before. I said, first of all, sir, we're indoors. Please take off those sunglasses. Big black guy. Please take off those sunglasses. I need to see your eyes. They don't make me feel safe. I want to see his eyes. And I understood that. So I sent Laurel, after our talk, I sent her a photograph of my face, a regular picture of me. Just I think it's on Facebook. If you go see my personal Facebook or go to Christine's Facebook, she's still on there, mingling with the Earthlings. But let me see. I sent her this picture. I sent Laurel that picture of me. And I said, Laurel, nice chat, just in case you want to see my eyes ahead of time with a smile. Hey, so far so good, right? So far so good. So she says, now I had a nice conversation with her. The wordplay's great. She didn't get new agey on me. And I was really excited. I was going to give her the whole 2 hours. But then I offered her, I said, do you expect compensation? And she said it would be nice. I wasn't expecting that. Like, huh? You could almost hear the audible, Go! I was like, so, Laurel, do you expect any conversation? Well, yes, that would be nice. Go! So I was trying, what do I do? How much, she goes, well, what do you think would be fair? I said, I don't know, 50? So that'd be nice. So now I'm paying for this woman to come on my show. Which is fine. Until I told the bookkeeper. Christine is my lovely assistant. She's the assistant to the assistant regional regional commander and bookkeeper for no pay.
Baby, you're great.
So anyway. So this is what she responds. She says, what a beautiful, sweet face you have, dear Lou. Your loving heart is visible in your beautiful eyes. Now, I know this woman knows how to cast spells. So I'm like, And she says, seeing your beauty of being, seeing my beauty of being, I would encourage you to drop your persona and just be, now watch this, your wise, aware, and warm-hearted self. Now, that's no different than to me. With this spellcasting monkey, what does she think? I'm just some kind of a 5-year-old? Because of you, Bruce? That she just thinks that I don't know that what words or spells or some of them? Does she understand? I think the whole language casts spells. And I think it's used to cast spells by people who don't even know they're doing it. This woman has been completely trained by whatever she's been following to participate in a narrative that is opposed to the Father God consciousness. Totally opposed. And I know I'm destroying this relationship. But what would be different if I said, my left arm is aching. And someone said, well, send me a picture of the bruise. And I send them a picture of the bruise, and they say, well, that bruise might not just be, I say maybe I hit it on something. That person might say, even though it looks like you hit it on something, I see other things in there. It could be a tumor in the bone. Like Christine gets an ache, and she's like, I got cancer in my hip. So seeing your beauty of being, I would encourage you to drop the persona and just be your wise, aware, and warm-hearted self. Wait till it's over, Bruce. Wait till it's done. Wait, it gets better. So I'm reading this, and I'm being complimented, and then a spell's being put on me. And I knew it immediately. Not that she did it on purpose. She's a lovely lady. She really is sweet. She was a mermaid to me. She was a siren. She's what I like. I like kind. I don't like young, teeny boppies or whatever. I like older women. I like women with wisdom. I love the ladies. I do. You know that. You know that about me. Those of you who are ladies that are here, you have a beautiful, sweet face. Your loving heart is visible in your beautiful eyes. So, Laurel, you saw my heart in my eyes. Laurel, I've kicked witches out of my house. Laurel, I've removed demonic materials from Christian thrift shops and burned them in my yard. I've taken things off of people's walls. I took a cross that was demonically influenced off of someone's wall with their permission after I prayed deliverance over their child. Actually, I was interviewing the child for deliverance, which is exorcism, Laurel. And I took anything out of that house, and I drove to the Jewish cemetery in Elmont, and I threw it in there. And I said, demons, stay with your dead, where you belong. You don't know. You didn't see my heart through my eyes, Lauren. You didn't see the heart. You saw the lion and you tried to start taming it. And how do you do that? You take everything I've been working on. If you want to say since I've been a believer, that got me to where I am now, that I'm portraying this character on YouTube, and just switch it up because I met you, you self-important. You know what that is? Do you know what that is? Lauren, do you know what that is? Just be your wise, aware, and warm-hearted self. Because I was kind to you on the phone, Lauren, I wanted you as a guest. I wanted you to come and play with words. I wanted you to come into my house and play with me in my sandbox. I didn't want you to come and fix everything. I don't want any of you to fix anything. I am the commander of my home. This is my channel. I work hard to bring this persona every day. Yeah, okay, and she thinks she's just going to come in here and reprogram everything I've worked for. And I'm not talking for monetary gain.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, you get the fuck out.
You have made me very angry indeed.
Lauren? And she said, I'm going to resend several documents to you so you can familiarize yourself with my work and have a sense of how you might like to introduce me. How I might like to introduce her. Now, I don't do this show just for the Earthlings, ladies and gentlemen. I do this for the angels. Because I had a dialogue the other day where I lamented, when all this was going on, I lamented to the three primary archangels that accompany me and you supernaturally ready to go at any moments and at a moment's notice to consult with your monkeyness, trying to help connect that soul inside you to the flesh. And I said, this is hard. And the angels, in my mind, collectively, And I'm allowed my delusion. It's my truth. This is my video game. Not your video game. This is mine. I'm the main character in my video game. So shut up if you don't like it. But I consulted with them and I said, this is hard. I'm being attacked here. And it's once again in a beautiful casing. A perfect casing for someone like me to be tempted. My age, nice lady, well-versed in the spellcasting, anti-palisade, got my lovely wife Christine, 10 years. You know? There she is, coming right on time. So I said, this is exhausting. And the angels responded to me. Yeah, it is. You don't think it's exhausting for us too? And I thought about it. It must be. My God, what are you saying? Yes, of course. They're not home. They're out here dealing with all this bullshit. You think you've got a lot on your plate? Think about the plate that Mikhail has to eat off of. Gabrielle, Raphael, think, especially Raphael in the midst of all this insanity. And then looking forward to our conversation on Wednesday, and she said, with love. And then I said, I wanted to say a lot, but I tempered the hostility for a moment. And I said, oh my, after she told me how beautiful my eyes are and what a kind soul I was. All that kind of stuff, you know. And then I said, oh my, this is what came. I wanted to say all those things I just told you. And I said, oh my, thank you so much. Till then, cheers. And I ran as fast as I could from the phone. And then she sent me 2 butterflies and a little fairy in the middle. Now I know what I'm dealing with. So I went into a funk, and you saw it Monday. I didn't even take a break, and the commander, I admit, almost peed myself, so I ended the stream early. 5 minutes early, I run to the bathroom. Didn't even introduce Tim for the next show. I had to run to the bathroom, almost peed myself, getting off the stream. But I just was here, and you know, and this is not the kind of show where it's always going to be just the news and making fun of the news. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun because this is all insane. And I love these experiences. Lily, I'm not saying hello to you on purpose because I'm mad at you for what you did to DJ MoFunk TV yesterday. You don't fight with my man. That's my brother here from another mother. I don't know you. I don't know him, but he's one town over. I think you're adorable and you're sweet, and thanks for introducing yourself. But you can't fight with people in my chat. No fighting in the chat, you people. Moderators, you tried to... I know, Lily. I know you know that. You know I love you. Guten, smooten, jahekte. Come in my house and start a fight with my cousins. This isn't an Italian, Irish-Italian wedding. The chat here can't be an Irish-Italian wedding. What did he say? The topic was 9/11. He said, Masala, that's like he adored that date. Yeah, but you don't know him. See, he's starting to fight. You don't know him. I get it. So you thought he was celebrating that no, believe me, DJ probably look, he's a Muslim that's rejected. The poor guy, come on. You got Muslims out there too. It's not all Christians that are waking up in the truth community. You got Jews out there that have believed everything their rabbis have said their entire lives. Muslims that have believed everything their imam said their entire lives. And Christians who believe everything their pastor says still to this day. You're gonna say something like that? Of course, I'll say Allahu Akbar. He's probably just trying to be funny, man. And now he's not here, and I'm worried about him because I like the guy. I'm worried about DJ Mofunk TV. I hope you didn't send him into a, not that it's your fault, it's on him. But I hope if he struggles with something that we didn't give him a reason here. I don't want this channel to be a reason for someone to go out there. You know, unless it's meant to be, then God's will, not mine, be done. But if we can, let's try to keep, you know. Not right now, Ood. Not right now. I want to finish this. I don't know what you want to talk about. But thank you for asking. I got 9 minutes left. I got to finish this. Maybe after I finish. Just wait till after I finish this. What's up, Rocco Calzoni? No. Trying to say nano. No. So what else? So I sent her an email. I talked to Ron, the business manager, spoke about it, talked to Christine, and, you know, I tried to communicate to Laurel because I decided not to have her on. Now, just take a look at her channel. I mean, I looked at her channel. You got the videos she made. Now, just look. It's a sweet lady.
So sensually.
Okay, so now I just want you to see. This is what I almost did to my channel. Because I just wanted to be, you know, pertinent, and we found this thing. I think Marcel found her, and it ends up being that she made this video like 2015, many years ago, and not this one, but the one that I played for you, and it went viral, and because people just, you know, focused in on, you know, the few examples she gave about the work days and that kind of stuff, and working and death and, you know, that kind of stuff. It was a great video. It went viral. She got a little fame, got called into programs, and people wanted to talk to her, et cetera, et cetera. And now she's a viral meme. But guys, that's another thing. This is not new. This is very old. The thing that, and she didn't benefit from it at all. They took it from her. And she lamented that she's a really nice lady.
So sensually that everything around us begins to vibrate sympathetically. Our words will ring so true that our honest expressions initiate lyrical sensations that every creature can appreciate, since we are all interconnected genetically and electromagnetically. So if these words move your...
Now, do you see right there what she did?
So if these words...
Now, I'm not saying that means you're a master mason. I'm not saying it means you have voluntarily sold your soul to the devil and became part of the Illuminati. But what that tells me is that you are under the spell. Your strings are being pulled. And it gets worse. I see another one here. Look at this here. This one, maybe.
Tomorrow, Election Day, at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, I'm conducting a Sacred Creative Rights Circle for a small group of people who would like support, feedback, accountability, insights to help you complete your ideas on paper as a...
Now, I want you to notice the hands movements. You have to understand that is spell casting. That is, so she's talking about, so here's how it's done. This is how Lucifer influences. This is how Lilith influences the masculine. They have to put you under a spell. This is a siren in real life. They have to put you under a spell. Tossing the words at you. And she's talking about a sacred right circle. What's that? That's demonic. And nothing in this demonic looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? Let me see here. 4-part.
Hello, this is Laurel Erica, creator of Word Magic and catalytic converter of conscience.
See?
Through wordplay that puts a new spin on the world.
Spin on the world.
I'm inviting you to play with words with me beginning on Thursday, September 24, 2020.
Now, I don't know if she's a trained theater because I've been trained. This is your hand movements, the stage movements. You don't just go, look. You go, look, or come to me. You have to have stage movements, whatever. So I don't know, but there's also when I see pagan Wiccans dancing, they do the same thing with the hands. They do those dances where they worship the earth. Yeah, she's a wizard, right?
And
look at this.
Look
at that.
To begin to have
666.
A global impact as we
she just can't. Look at this. It's like a constant.
English, which is the leading software
beast.
of the Western mind to inspire the best instead of the beast in us all.
And using the words to trigger us and to think that we, yeah, succubus. That's right. That's right, JT. Yeah. Vogue. Yeah.
In support of our
So and still entertaining it. Yeah. Saying what the hell, how bad could it be? So I emailed her and I said, look, I should let you know what the email says. I emailed her and put the right email address. Come on, Google, you're taking too much time. What's going on? All right. I said, Laurel, sorry for the short notice, but we made a decision to postpone our interview. After discussing with Ron, the business manager, we're thinking it's better for us to cover your content rather than have a dialogue. I hope you understand. In the meantime, though, please remind me of the title I needed. There was another video she wanted me to show afterwards. I said, either way, it was great to have gotten the opportunity to speak with you, and I appreciate what you do. Warmest regards, Commander Lou, and then I wear glasses. So I was kind, polite, right? Totally. Totally legit. Now, totally kind. Very nice, right? Normal. She's on, look at this, Erica. She's got, nice patron. But there's the Globe Earth. Word Magic. Global. She's great, Writer, editor, communications consultant. I'm sure it'd be good for a corporation. But not for me. Well, with no liking. So here's how it didn't end there. I said, I didn't hear from her. And this was yesterday. So I reached out to her. And I said, Laurel, just wanted to make sure you saw that I emailed you regarding tomorrow's live stream being canceled. And she said, what does it mean that you decided to cover my material rather than interview me, and why? I heard an audible meow. And I said, oh boy, that's a long answer. I said, frankly, I couldn't tell her because I think you're a demonic succubus that wants to Bathsheba, the commander, into, or you want the commander, you want the Delilah, you want to Samson, the commander, and make me cut my hair off. So that'll ultimately be a impotent, castrated shell of a man doing your bidding, which isn't that what Lucifer unleashed Lilith to do without her even knowing it? We're being brought into the androgynous. Women have been empowered and they've given up their sovereign rights. So you women have been fooled by these people as well. To think that that's empowerment. But it just led you to control men, to destroy marriage, to destroy family. You've introduced, under the guise of beauty, nature, goddess worship, Mother Earth, Gaia crap. It's New Age nonsense, the Kundalini, your chakras, You get your chakras all in a line. You know what? You could do all that with the Most High, folks. And it feels better because it's clean. And it's intended. It's intentional. It's not opposed because it is what is. So I said, frankly, I guess the best answer would be that it felt better after Ron and I finished discussing what we think works better with the commander's persona. Honest, you don't work good with the commander's persona. I don't know what else to say. Does that make sense? And now watch. Relentless. Relentless. I heard the hissing. Relentless. More opinion. More opinions. More opinions. Sure, she says. If you think the branding of persona is more powerful than the quality of ideas you share, then it makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, I do. Lol, you know why? You sarcastic little... You little sarcastic... You know why I think it makes sense? Because anything comes out of your flesh, meat, brain is imagination. It's pure evil. Spoken with your mouth, your tongue, it's evil. You could say the nicest things, but they're still evil if they don't defer to the source, the creator. And I mentioned that during our conversation. I said I have a messianic outlook on things because I believe that there's only way to connect to the source, and that's through the spirit of the Christ. You can connect with other things easily, like you do. But really, you think that's... Yes, I do think the branding of persona, because that's the job here. That's my hobby. You think I'm going to share quality of ideas? Why don't we just sit down one of your stupid spirit circle jerk writing sessions and just jerk off in front of each other? Because that's what it is. It's a circle jerk. We're all going to sit around and say, there's endless channels out there, one after another. You get a click, you get a link, it says something interesting, you put it on the YouTube. I sound like an old man. You put it on the YouTube, and then you see it like 20 boxes with a bunch of fucking self-important new age morons talking about shit they made up or quoting shit they learned in school. Over and over and over again, they think it's new. Guess what? You don't have a new idea in your mind, Laurel. There isn't an original thought that ever came out of a human being, ever. And I'm here to protect that in the B system in this time. And you were sent by the enemy to try to discourage me. And yeah, Jordan, I mean, she does. She seems nice. And then I said, I answered her as to whether or not I think branding the persona is more powerful than the quality of ideas I share. And then she said, then it makes a whole lot of sense. Really? You little smug-ass bitch? There, I said it. You're a smug-ass, self-righteous bitch. You stay away from my channel. You stay away from my children. You stay away from my people. So I was still nice. I smiled. I did. I put a nice smile. See? Oh, you can't really see it. And I said, for now, yes, we do. We think exactly that. That branding my persona is more important than sharing ideas with you intellectual, deceived, insipid, insidious, self-important, pagan, wiccan witches. I'm a white witch. Really? Really? You're a white witch? So for now, yes, we do. I said, we're very close-minded. Fair enough, right? I admit that. But for the mission it's important to us to stay true to the call on our lives, at least for now. This is a call on my life. Whether you know it or not, if you like this channel and you watch these videos, you are being called to do something in the kingdom. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Now, what could that be? It could be giving a waitress an extra $5, and that's the entire extent of your ministry for the whole time you're here, and you'll be welcomed into the Father's presence with open arms. Well done, good and faithful servant. That might be as simple as that. Or it could be like my life, or a life like Eric, where it's just a constant battle with the demonic, because we do it. Why? Because we're warriors. Why? Because that's what our names say. She said, great. All the best to you, Lou. And I said, you as well. But it wasn't done then. Now I think I got a last word in it. I gotta get the last word in. She says, and I wasn't asking you to change your whole style. I just wanted to speak with a pair of eyes, not a pair of dark glasses. What you did after that was up to you. Anyway, it was lovely to meet you, and I wish you all the best. I didn't say anything about the eyes. That was fine. Now, she took the thing that I was really okay and respectful about and thinks because she knows everything. So she immediately went in my head, and the hours, days, and dialogue that went in to getting to this point where I can talk to you about this courageously. You don't know the work that goes into this, folks. The emotional toll it takes. I understood the glasses thing and responded, but because I was kind and holy and respectful of someone I knew nothing about, I didn't know her walk. She could have been the female version of the commander for all I knew at the time. And I took my glasses off and I showed her my eyes so she can see and discern whether or not I'm a reptile or wearing contacts, or if you're going to see warm, loving, courageous lion eyes. Respectful, no problem with that. Lauren, you missed it. You missed it. Why? Because you're going to have to stay in your delusion, because Lucifer is not done with you yet. Because if Lucifer was done with you, Lilith would have no power over you. And you wouldn't be under the trance, under the spell of the succubi. Would you? I said it's a thing, and I mentioned I love the glasses thing. I said, however, it goes deeper for me. I have to stand firm in the masculine. Now she's getting a taste. And as much as I'd like to find comfort in the feminine at will, guys, listen to me. This is a lament. This is the commander's lament to all you ladies out there. I love you. I love ladies. But I love you agape. But if you, in any way, shape, or form, start interfering with this thing that I have to do, then I don't love you. I will defer to God and let him bring, well, not that I don't love you, but I can't express my love for you anymore. The love never goes away. I fell in love with humanity standing inside the side door of the church I was working in the vineyard in like 2006, 2007. And the Spirit dropped on me, and I looked at everybody in that congregation, right? In the worship, I don't know, it was a church, but an old Baptist church converted into one of these New Age church, but in the auditorium, I'm looking at these people, and I just fell in love with humanity and earthlings. I became this hospice worker. That's got to be, well, it's like more than was it 2006? So 420. It's a lot. Jesus Lord, it's a long time ago. So I fell in love. So, but you know, once it interferes, but I'm only given the right to express that feminine male thing. I have a lot of wives. When I'm interacting with you ladies, I don't care if you're Jenna, Salty, Pamela, Uten, Lieutenant Adam Bomb, any of you, Chunky. It's a spousal relationship for me. It's an intimate spousal relationship. I don't talk to you like we're equals. Okay, I speak to you like a husband would, because that's what it is. That's the relationship. That's the holiness. Does that mean that I think you're my wife? No, but I think you should speak to me as if you were a wife. And show the same respect. And the two of us in that dialogue respect that the head of the ecclesia is the Christ. So that's all it is. It's a very simple formula. It's easy to follow. But if anybody wants to come in and make it about the senses and make it about human ideas, I don't want you here. And if anybody wants to challenge me and my humanity and my masculinity, or claim that you can't be safe with me in a forest, I will destroy you up to the point that I'm allowed, and then I'll leave it to God for whatever happens after. Pamela, you all know she's making a voodoo doll of me. She can go ahead and make her voodoo doll. She could stick the pin in. I might feel it, but it won't last. Because all I have to do is rebuke. I've brought it down. I had to rebuke something yesterday. I rebuked it immediately. And it leaves. And like I said, all I have to do is say, Our Father. So I said, it goes deeper for me. I have to stand firm in the masculine. Laurel. As much as I'd like to find comfort in the feminine at will, I have to avail myself of the one I've been charged with. And that one's Christine right now. It was great meeting you too. Much more than the outcome would suggest. Lovely and peace. So I think I didn't burn the bridge then, but I'm pretty sure I did now. I don't know, so judging from the chat that I've seen going on here, I don't think you guys are, I don't really hear much of, see much chatter about maybe I made a mistake here. I think you guys like the story. Ooh, and what did you want to call in? Better hurry up. I don't know if Tim's getting ready to go on over there. I'm going to lose all my... If he goes on, right? Well, he said I could go over. I don't think he always goes on. And you never know. Guys, by the way, if I decide to do this... I didn't get to it today, but if I decide to do the presidential address... hit the alert so that you know that I'm going live. Hit the alert. Because I think that's how you keep in touch with Tim. He does a text thing, but I'm not set up for that. JT33, yeah, we were originally supposed to hang out in the woods at the campground, but it rained very badly, so I had to stay in a motel. Massachusetts, when I went to see the powerful, talented JT33. You still out there, Owen? You were doing it. You were a bratty little female, and I'm trying to minister the female opposition out of Lieutenant Uten. She's still bratty. Right in the middle of this dialogue, she wants to call. I don't even know why. You should have just called if you want to get on. Don't give me the choice. I'll always say no. So I don't know, did I make sense? I think so. You all stayed. We had an average watch time of 19 minutes. You guys were intensely interested in this topic. I had no idea how it was going to go. Lily, I love Crazy Earth USA. We love you too. We're forgiven, Lily. I wish I could put you two together and try to fix it. Come on, Oon, where are you? Don't make me call you. Hurry up. I'm ending the show. I'm ending today's show. I want to go have some nicotine and eat my weighed and measured meal. Oh, thank you, Marcel. Thanks for being here, guys. Friday, we are going to do the Ukraine. And hit the bell if you subscribe. Hit the bell, because I really think I don't know if I have the energy, because this took a lot out of me. But I think I really want to watch this Biden address with you guys. Or maybe I should just pull some clips out. They can't keep their tongues in their mouths, these V's. Can't keep their tongues in their mouths. It's outstanding to watch. I feel like I was in the presence. I feel like I was watching an alien spaceship. And they had captives. All these old Republicans. Where are you? Oh, Adam Baum. Good to see you. Thanks for what you said. But you ladies here, just so you know, everything that you have, everything that you offer, used for good, is a powerful force. But when you make it more important than any other force on this earth, you're deluding yourselves. And then what could happen is you'll just find yourself in a position where once the beauty fades, once the once the beauty fades, you're warned in Proverbs, and Proverbs is written to the husband. So beauty fades. You need to have a man. I got my little book my lovely wife made for me for Valentine's Day. It's What I Love About Lou by Chris, and each day you put something about holiday you want me to, and look, this is a wife of noble character. So on day 20, it was, you make me want to be a better, and then it's blank. And she wrote believer. What would Laurel say? What would Laurel say? What would you say, Laurel, if you were married to a holy man and you were asked a question and you're called? Would you even pick up a book to applaud the masculine male in your life? Would you pick up a book for that, Laurel? Huh? All you ladies that just can't seem to get the right guy? You're missing the masculine. I feel bad. I feel bad for you ladies, because a masculine man treats you like the queen you deserve to be treated like. And if you're a believer, like the princess that you are. Your father's the king, you're a princess. Right, ladies? Is there anything wrong with that? Do you need any more than that, than just to have a father that's a king? A husband that's a prince? That will treat you like a princess. Yeah, I was looking for you, and I don't know what you're going to call him, but you better call him now. And make it quick. I'm going to end the show. Battery died. Oh, come on. Well, just call in and tell us what you were going to ask. Can you call in, or... Jeez Louise. What?
What?
What do you want? I was in the middle. I was fighting so hard to be masculine and fight this succubus Lauren. Right in the middle of it, it's like, can I call in? Putin?
Well, you said to call in.
I said to call in, Joe, before I went on the break.
I tried.
Before?
I was in the car. Couldn't call.
Well, then you don't call. What do you want?
I wanted to let everyone know that what you said earlier was true.
Oh, what?
About our Father prayer.
Oh, really? You like that?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
Well, yeah.
What did you like about it?
Well, last night I was going through some turmoil. And I say it every night.
So you said you like what I said about the prayers? You liked it?
Yes.
You thought that was cool?
It's
What'd you think about that? Did I say something really cool, baby? Did I make you want to pray? Did I want to make you pray?
Real cool, baby. Yeah.
So what happened?
What happened? I was going through some turmoil, and I laid down and said my prayer and asked my angels to calm me down. And next thing I know, I woke up, and it was like an hour and a half later, and I was totally calm. It was like I was just put to sleep.
Did you say the whole prayer, or did you get through the whole thing?
I said the whole prayer.
Cool. Hey, guess what? There's a thought that I didn't remember. It does, of course it would. But here is, and we don't have to worry about memorizing scripture, right? Like they tell us. You just have to use that one. It's right there. And once you say Our Father, he's right there, right? But guess what? Guess what? If you never said that prayer, right, guys? It doesn't mean he's not your father. And if someone said that prayer for their whole lives and then suddenly realized that this whole construct we call religion was bullshit, and now we think that prayer isn't worth anything. No, it still is, because he's still your father. And guess what? If someone who grew up in the hood or in poverty or in a satanic coven and community and was under mind control, was trafficked and is a prostitute, Mary Magdalene, repentant prostitute, right? Woman of fornication. Anyone who says at one point in their life, the second you say, Our Father, you don't say my Father, you don't say the Father, right? You don't say, right. You say our Father, because he's the Father of all things. And he'll help you sleep at night, won't he, Wooten?
Yes.
And he still loves you, even though you're a brat.
Yes, I am a total brat, but I can't help it.
Which is fine. We don't have to. We have a Savior for that.
Okay. I had to tell everyone that it worked, and it worked last night, and it didn't dawn on me till you started talking about it today, that what happened last night.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Wooten. We love you here.
I had to share.
Okay, you keep an eye on that border. Remember.
I am.
Remember, no one in or out.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Your name is Sweet Melissa.
If you want to meet Wooten, go to the Commander Lou's America playlist, and you'll see the last video. Waco and Wooten. Lovely lady, adorable. Safe. We deem her safe here at Crater Earth USA. All right, so, guys, find Tim out there, Conspiratainment Radio Network. Add that hashtag on all your stuff, please. Portal. Appreciate whatever you're doing out there. I have no idea what Portal's doing there. That is not, just so you know, he's putting a link in there. I think he's going to, if you download some music, the donations come to this channel. That would be great. We'd appreciate that. He's got good stuff, so I trust him. A great guy. Just so you know, I do speak to him outside the show. So he's been vetted. He's passed the sovereign holiness test. So you know he's okay. We can let him in. So don't be worried. Don't be afraid of his links. But it's not sanctioned by me yet. But it's definitely something he's coming up on his own to help support the channel. We thank you for that. We thank you for that. Okay, I will see you guys on Friday to talk about the Ukraine, and then Sunday church. We're going to talk about more stuff there. But Ukraine Friday, unless something else crazy happens. The potential for World War III being ended before it began by a demented poser, new actor playing the same old, worn-out, tired president. I can't believe what we're dealing with here. I feel bad for you folks. You feel crazy. They say we're crazy, but it's because we are surrounded by insanity, stark, raving lunacy. And they're all together and they're all in on it. And then you get one little holy sheep walking by around. I don't want to get that vaccine. I don't want to do that. I don't think that makes sense. It's really, I thought I saw that happen before. Is this real? And then you're the nut. Own it. I own my nut. Own yours. I think that's a good way to end it. All right, peace. See you guys Friday. Thanks for being here, guys, all of you. Appreciate it.